There are two types of hyperbolas, just like there are two types of ellipses. So there's a horizontal hyperbola and a vertical hyperbola. A horizontal hyperbola looks like this. It opens left and right, and a vertical hyperbola looks like this. It opens, oh, this should say up and down. Now, each hyperbola has its own characteristics. Some of these characteristics are the same as ellipses, and some are different. So each hyperbola has a center. Oops. HK, the center HK is the midpoint of the foci. My bad. So the center of the horizontal would be here, and the center of the vertical would be here. So if the center is the midpoint of the foci, that would put one of the focus points here and the other focus point here. And if you draw that line connecting the two of them, the distance between the focus and the center on both sides would be equal. Same thing on the vertical. However, the focus, instead of being to the left and right, would be above and below. So that distance between the center and the focus would be the same. Those little congruence notches. The vertices, or turning points, are plus minus a units away from the center. So the vertices are going to be right on the hyperbola. Here's a vertex, and here's a vertex. Here's a vertex, and here's a vertex. Now the co-vertices are going to be plus minus b units away from the center. So notice for the horizontal, the vertices were left and right, but the co-vertices are going to be above and below. And then on the vertical, the vertices were above and below, so the co-vertices are going to be left and right. Now the transverse axis is connecting the vertices, and it has a length of 2a. So if you connect those vertices, I'm going to just draw a dark line here. That's going to be a distance of 2a. And then same thing here. So notice how the transverse axis for a horizontal hyperbola is a horizontal line or segment, and the transverse axis for a vertical hyperbola is a vertical segment. Now the conjugate axis is connecting the co-vertices, and I'm going to do a dotted line for this one, and a dotted line for this one. And that has a length of 2b. The asymptotes, I'm running out of colors. The asymptotes are the diagonal lines that guide the curves. So they just help you draw the curves, so you know that those are the lines that the curves approach but don't touch. Now keep in mind that hyperbolas, the equation of hyperbolas, which we'll talk about here in a minute, are a type of rational function, and rational functions have asymptotes. And then the foci are going to be plus minus c units away from the center. Now, when we were learning about ellipses, we learned that the formula to find C was C squared equals A squared minus B squared. However, for hyperbolas, the formula to find C is C squared equals A squared plus B squared. So notice how this is a sum when you're working with hyperbolas. And that's something that sometimes students get mixed up. They might forget that hyperbolas has a plus and ellipsis has a minus, so be very careful about that.